There to actually, I need to spend more time there before I like dedicate myself to it. But it's such a big market, so it's like you could be on one street obviously and like something costs this much and it like doesn't make sense. Like, oh, I should definitely buy that. But then it's like, oh, it's a really, really not good neighborhood. But then right down the street, it's like you're in Buckhead and it's beautiful and it's like it's an interesting place. I like it, man.
Do you want to do more partnerships with other athletes in the real estate space? Because like you're going to be like the go-to person for athletes to look to for real estate because like, you know, they can go to a developer but you are in their shoes.
I'd much rather that, yeah.
Yeah, so are you looking to partner with other athletes or like put yourself out there as that like, hey, like let's start a fund? Like,
I want to be the, exactly. I'd like to be the thought leader for real estate amongst all professional athletes and maybe collegiate athletes. Like, oh, I want to do real estate. Like, I need to be talking to that guy, Hakeem.
Usually all my life I used to use Uncle Ben's rice. Now I'm using the wrong grain. It's the same. Whatever I could find on sale, I get it.
I wake up Sunday morning, head bumping, it's mad bright. Looking at the mirror like, when will I stop this fast life? Eyes like two brake lights. Jump in the shower, been washed off last night. Flashbacks, replaying like Sports Center highlights. Except they low lights from seeing double through my eyesight. Damn, phone ringing, it's my dad saying, you ready to go, right? It said, I could barely move. I'm rolling back off the couch to grab my shoes, mumbling to myself as I'm
So like someone who's in their shoes who they know they can trust, like I said, like the trust level is going to be a lot higher with you than someone else coming in and saying, hey, I have a real estate deal. So I mean that's something to keep in mind too, like being able to partner and say, hey, I have this deal, like, you know, are you interested in partnering with me on it if you think that you'll get a lot of traction that way?
100%. That sounds good.
Incorporate that as part of your meetup.
Yeah.
The different places, like the athletes that are playing there, from there, come out to be able to hear. They want to hear what you have to say too, or then you can have like, you know, more focused ones with just the athletes to talk to them about.
I mean, we've had ideas of having like college guys be like those thought leaders in those areas already. I mean,
yeah,
could
so
be
that
something
meetup,
that's potential. That's kind of
when I was telling you about the like maybe starting a meetup in every market. I was thinking of the angle of thinking, because it's hard to actually maybe be there every month in 6 different markets once a month. Find college athletes in those markets who are interested enough in real estate. And now it's like, can't necessarily call it an internship yet because of, maybe call it an internship just because of the NCAA and all that BS. I was talking to Shane, who was talking to Chuck Baker. We had like a 3-way call kind of about that. He was like, it's kind of iffy because it's like you're getting to gray lines of, it depends on what, it's got to be really spelled out in terms of what, at least the college guys. But it'd be the perfect funnel because it's like they're balling, and then they're kind of learning about real estate. They're hosting a real estate meetup, and then as soon as they graduate, they either go to the league and still want to be in real estate, or they don't go to the league, and now they've got a market that they've got to hold on. They've got a network of people around them that are all in real estate because they've been hosting this meetup. And then they got people to speak at the meetups because they can edify me as a speaker to come and teach people, and then I don't know. It's kind of that was something I was like strong on, and then it was like after talking to Chuck, it was like, should I really? Is it too gray of an area to use college athletes? I don't know. Because I personally, like, if the NCAA knew that I was flipping houses, I probably would have got in trouble. But I was a bench player, so I didn't. They weren't looking at me. So I don't know.
And our school is smaller too, so I think in that aspect, like if you're in Clemson, Alabama, and you're doing, I mean, I'm sure they'll start investigating, right? But yeah, to this point, I think finding that fine line, like what's crossing amateurism and what can we actually do where it's like they can just build relationships. Because I mean, it's almost, I've seen like 30 for 30 documentaries on USC. Like how many celebrities are coming to their practices, and like coach is talking about like you can go handshake like Snoop Dogg or like actors or whatever, like build that relationship. It's kind of the same things, but you're focusing on what your potential business move is going to be after sports is done, because sports doesn't 3% make it to NFL or NBA, right? So what are right? So what are the other 99% doing? Like you got to create that plan, because unless you want to just go be another employee, it's kind of like what are you going to do to set yourself up?
Because that's the thing about athletes, you don't have those 4 years of college to set yourself up. You're usually
training for work, like working out and focus on that.
If you're going at it from the educational standpoint, that's it. It's just educational. Like they're not making any money. Like we're not crossing into the business dealings. It's more just like letting them just
in the circle. Gotcha.
As opposed to saying like, you know, like you're not going to put any money, you're not going to flip any houses, but you're learning, so that you're setting yourself up so that when you're done,
you're going to be right in your position.
Yeah. And then you're also, like you said, you're creating the network. You have this market here, you have that community. So like, you know, as soon as
maybe they find out that it's not what they want to do, right? It's like, oh, shit, like it sounds cool on the outside looking in, but it's like when you start realizing the work it takes to really close a deal, all the due diligence and everything, it's like maybe someone will realize that it's not for me, and that's also a great thing because you got to be self-aware, right?
Self as I'm stumbling, saying I'm quitting booze, cause it brings out the anxiety that's tying me to you. And my liver's fighting back, cause it's tired of the abuse. So the stress is setting in, but the best thing for the blues is my grandma's cooking. Yeah, it tastes better cause she makes it with love. So there ain't nothing like my grandma's cooking. Every Sunday morning, let it soak up the buzz. I swear there's nothing like my grandma's cooking. Nah, it tastes better cause she makes it with love. There ain't nothing like my grandma's cooking.
I would make a podcast. 2019, make an interview style podcast where there's so many different angles you can go. Go to the lunchroom every day, 10 minutes, interview a different person that you've never met in your school before. And make that into a podcast. Go to downtown Baltimore, go to every single street, 1st through 50th Street, day one, interview one random person who walks by you on 1st Street. Next day, interview one random person who walks by you on 2nd Street. Day two, you know what I'm saying? Do that, build up that content, and then redistribute that content when you hear interesting points that come up in your podcast. And you can interview them about anything. Basketball, football. I'm starting a podcast on perspective. I'm interviewing people that are older than 60 years old to give advice to the younger people, because no one's really listening to the wisdom of the people that are so old, and they have an interesting perspective to give to other people. Build your brand. And like, it starts with starting to not care what anybody says. Like, do you have social media? You have Instagram? How often do you post on Instagram? I post 2 to 3 times a day on Instagram, because I don't care how many likes I get, how many views I get, none of that stuff. Are you responding to every person who comments at the bottom of your Instagram? I get 50 comments, 60 comments. So I just posted something on LinkedIn. I got 56 comments on it. I'll respond to every single person individually on that comment. Because if you want to make it big, if you want to be somebody big, you want to have 10,000 followers, 100,000 followers, you better start caring about the 5 people who actually care about you and comment on your stuff if you want to get to that next level. So like, you being young, start with yourself, figure out what you're passionate about and why you're passionate about it, and then double down on it. Hard memorizing plays? Depends. It depends on what type of learner you are. You're talking about in the league? It's a whole nother level. Like, the main reason why people don't go to the league is because they don't have it there. Like, the league is a pretty equal playing field in terms of talent. It's who knows their stuff more, who knows the defensive more, and who knows who has the most confidence. But when it comes to plays though, like, I mean, your playbook is in an iPad, because it's like the quarterbacks, the only people who get like an actual playbook, it's about that thick. And the iPad, if you lose the iPad, you get fined $15,000, because like there's so much information on it. But like learning it comes down to time, and that's another reason why you become a puppet to the NFL, because you got to learn all that type of stuff. Because it's, I mean, when you get there, like the rookies, for example, for rookie minicamp, like they just got there after the draft. You get your iPad, you literally have one night, and like the next, like during the day, you install 30, 40, 50 plays. Very next day, yeah, you're running all 50 of those plays. But you'll break it up. You do 10 in 7-on-7, 10 in blitz period, 20 in a team period, and then another 10 to end on just like an inside drill period or something like that. But like, it's about sacrifice. Like, you mess up one play, cool. You mess it up again, you're gone. NFL, you get cut so fast in the league, you don't realize that your teammate's going. You realize you have a new teammate. And you're like, oh my gosh, who's going? Like, it's all about what you want and what are you willing to sacrifice.
So you said you was you did major in business with a
concentration
on
real estate.
So alright, so I want to do like, I never really met nobody that did. I met accountants. I met the chief marketing officer when I was in like 7th, 8th grade. I met him and all that. I never met nobody. I want to do like, so you know the people that run businesses and all that, they hire people to consult. They bring you their books, they say this was wrong with my business. I want to do that. Like I want to tell them, you need to market this way better. This is a better way for you to market.
It comes down to building your brand. I'm doing that right now, and I'm doing it for free. You want to do it right now? Start doing it for free. Literally go to every pizza shop in your town and go, hey, my name is so-and-so. I've been watching you guys, been coming here for the last so-and-so years. You guys should start hiring someone to be in here with a camera every day and videotape the conversations, interactions that go on through here. Then you should take that pillar content, break it down, and put it into micro content and redistribute all that micro content on every single social media platform, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that, and then comment on everybody who interacts with you on all of those platforms. Do that to a whole bunch of different businesses and record yourself while you're doing that. And now you're creating a brand around yourself. What's your name? Keelan. Oh, Keelan. Keelan's the guy who helps out businesses grow. And now, like where I'm trying to put myself, we just had a conversation about this the other day because we're trying to do that with other businesses too. Now, the market corrects. If the market crashes, like doomsday, like 08, people aren't going to have the budget to bring people like yourself to consult for. And now you can negotiate with them, like, you don't got to pay me anything, but you can just give me 5% of your register every month. Give me equity into this pizza shop, and now you're a part owner of the pizza shop, but you really, you know what I'm saying, you handle business operations, things like that. You're just a mind, and you get to look at things from a third-party perspective and give you advice.
Basically, when you was younger, I don't know, like around your middle school area, was it like somebody or a specific person who actually motivated you to actually get to a different point other than like that thing you had went through?
I don't think it was. I think it was just something that was in my DNA. It was, I mean, my dad, like, just letting me go to the gym in the morning. I remember just kind of, I don't know what the moment was of feeling the cliche of being that early person in the gym every day was going to make me great. Regardless, I didn't go to the NBA, I went to the NFL. But it comes back to, I think I might have mentioned it when I said it's those moments. Like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was just, I knew I was doing something right in the sense of there's no one here. Like, I'm in this gym working out and there's literally no one except me and my dad. And like, it's snowing out, like school's canceled today, but I'm still here in the gym working out. It's moments like that where you can like, because when you're doing it, when you're actually doing it, I wasn't looking at, I remember thinking like, what am I doing? Like, is this really gonna make me great? But then I started to have conviction with, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Like if I do this every day, I'll eventually make it to the NBA. Like I used to literally just visualize. I'm at Duke. I'm playing at the with under Coach K, the Cameron Crazies, like playing at Duke, and I'm gonna be in the NBA, like playing. Like I remember I was in AAU basketball. They let us play at the 76ers arena, and I remember like the whole night before I couldn't freaking wait to play at the Sixers arena, like because I grew up a Sixers fan, and like being on the court, like thinking like, oh, this is it, like I'm gonna make it. And then just that truth and that conviction and then the blinders that go on, meaning like, I'm not letting anybody else take this away from me. Like, I know this is what I want, so I'm about to go get it. And like, it sounds, you know, corny and cliche, and like first one, like I took that all the way until when I was training to go to the draft. The place I used to train at, like I said, it was an hour-and-a-half commute, but I would be there first. So I could get some hot tub, cold tub, roll out, do all that type of stuff. And then, not only would I leave last, I went to the quarterback coach, instructor that was there, and he used to train high school quarterbacks on their throwing techniques and all that. And he used to catch for them and like teach them. And I'm like, look, I'll catch for you for all your high school guys. And I used to stay after for an extra two hours with all his clients, whether it be one-on-one or whether groups. And I just catch for them. Literally just get hands. And then I realized there's no one else here. There's no other people I was just training with for the last 10 hours. They're all gone. They're all home. They're playing video games. They're eating pizza. They're doing this. They're doing that. And so me, I took pride in getting motivated by people doing things, like by people almost doing those things that they shouldn't be doing, because I knew that I was at the advantage in that sense. And like, you always got to think like net in the end. At the end, if your intentions are good and that like net, you're in the positive, like that's kind of how it all works out. That makes sense?
I know, he does a lot of work with you.
Appreciate you, my brother. It's great meeting you.
He's part of that.
Shout out to this high school. We had a great time, great questions, amazing time. That was awesome.
Every Sunday morning, let it soak up the buzz.
You wash the rice and you put it beside you. Soon the vermicelli turn pink, put the rice, stir them, and take a little bit salt, sprinkle on.
We'll reach out to some guys that are like, yo, we should give you guys like a free meal. Try that out.
Okay.
One, they'll take it because they love food, but two, now they get into the bug of the coaches and all that stuff. You guys can get like, because when you're that guy from that company, the game just ends there. Where are we getting the food from? You just got you guys.
You just have a whole spread.
That's a win.
That would be.
That's a win. I would do that. Just reach out. I would DM each person from the Ravens and each person from the Red States. We want this shit is fire. We want to send you a free meal.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I never.
I'm gonna make a video at some point, probably tonight. You see this shit, bro. Come to the Creole Soul Restaurant. This is fire, like real stuff. I'll put that on my vlog.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
And then kind of a little bit about like what I guess to open some people's minds up, because until 2016 I didn't realize how syndication works. What I do is larger apartment buildings. I guess kind of a quick one-on-one on how I raise capital. It's a lot different than most people. So most people, when they raise capital, they find a building, find a property, put it under contract, cost say $100,000, you need $20,000, 20 down, so you need $20,000. You found the property, you got 60 days until you close, now you got 60 days to raise that $20,000, right? So most people go about it. How I do it, to go completely reverse. I don't like pressure and I don't like pushing. And I like naturally, we're natural human tendencies. Humans aren't stupid. We're organisms at the end of the day, you know what I mean? So you can feel desperation from somewhere, just naturally. I do it in reverse. So if I'm trying to buy apartment buildings, what I've built out is it's literally a 42-unit apartment building in Phoenix, Arizona. Something that it's like a property that I would never buy because it's too nice for what I would buy. But I changed the purchase price, I changed the rents to numbers that I would buy. And then literally have an entire analyzation of it, of P&L statement, profit and loss statement, 5-year plan, what we're gonna sell it for, the team, the property managers, the attorney on the deal, like everything that an actual desperate pitch would look like, but before like a property I have no bias towards. And then I have my, say 20, 30 people that I wanna reach out to see if they have capital, see if they wanna invest. So I sit them down and it's a pure education session. So look, don't have this property under contract, don't wanna buy it, anything, but it's gonna look something just like this when I do find something. Here's how it works. This is what a cap rate is. This is what an NOI is. This is what income statement looks like. This is how we're gonna make money. This is how residential real estate works versus commercial real estate. This is how that cap rate versus the NOI derives out the value. All that kind of stuff. And then I say, look, Mitch, I don't have this property under contract, but when I do, it's gonna look like something like this. What type of capital could you commit to something like this? Yeah, if you had this, if you had invested $50,000 in it, awesome. So I can put you down, because when the thing actually rolls out and I get something under contract, it's gonna happen fast. That's why I want to get you committed now, so we don't have to deal with this on the back end and now have to pressure you and things like that. So this is something you like to do? Awesome. So I go on my Excel spreadsheet, Mitch Pollard, $50,000. Now I go to the next person. This person, I don't really want to do it, but this guy likes things like this. Cool. Talk to that person, same thing. And then now, you have confidence when you're talking to brokers. Like, most people are scared to even go talk to a commercial broker and walk in an apartment building because they know they don't have any money. But deep down, when you know I've got $1 million in commitments in my back pocket, no matter what. So now you you know you can buy a property up to $5 million. You're looking at properties, yep, that kind of looks like something I want to put an offer in. You put the offer in, you go right back to your Excel spreadsheet. It's almost like how the wholesaler would do it and go down these buyers list. You send them out the property package in the same format that you presented that sample deal, so it makes complete sense like it did when you explained to them the first time. It's like, hey, just got this deal, we need to close by this date, let me know when you're ready. It's gonna be first come, first served. I only need $200,000, I sent this out to 20 people, let me know when you're ready. Boom. No pressure involved, no pitches involved. If you're running it like a system and a business, it'll work every time. Just know, this is what it takes. People think this happens overnight, but like, shout out to Matt Choi. The man's got the straight up flashcards like we used to have in school. Like,
Yeah.
do your flashcards, people. But make sure they're actually, you know, helping you out.
We're in the dirt, man. Yeah, we're in the dirt with it.
That's all.
Just know.
Shout out to Kev.
Hey.
Look, Kev, look, been on the camera all day working.
All day,
big
man.
shout out. What you guys say, actually, fam? You know what I'm saying? To finish the day out.
I need to sit down. I need to relax. I gotta start editing though, for real. That's it, bruh.
Sounds like a true creator.
We walking through the door, little cousins are rolling around on the floor. Uncles watching football, talking scores from the night before. Aunts pass around vegetable trays. The aroma from the kitchen smells like heaven's gate. Set me a place, pray for those that we lost on the way. If only FedEx shit to heaven, I would send my grandfather a plate. And